Good morning, Class 101. This is Mrs. Carr, and we're going to continue working on Chapter 7, working with numbers from 1 to 120. Today in Lesson 4, we're going to work with 10 more and 10 less. We're going to focus on a new essential question. How can I use place value? Here we're going to use the place value to help us find out what is 10 more and what is 10 less than a number. So looking at the Explore and Explain, we see here that they gave us a number line with the numbers 33, 43, and 53. And they want to show us that the monkey is pointing at the number 43. And you can place a counter on the number or a coin or a piece of paper. Circle that number that is 10 more in the blue. So when I'm doing 10 more, that means I'm only focused on the place value in the tens place. I am not looking at anything in the ones place. So that means that the ones place stays the same. So if I want to do 10 more, more tells me I'm going to add. So I'm going to add 10 to the 40 because the 43 is in the tens place. So that 4 represents 40. And I know that 40 plus 10 more is 50. And because we said earlier, we're not going to touch the ones place. So my 3 is going to stay the same. So 43 plus 10 more will give me 53. Now they want us to look back at the 43 and go 10 less. So again, I do not touch my ones place because I'm not focused on that. They want me to look and focus only on the tens place value. So again, I know that the 4 and the tens place value really means 40. So 40 take away 10 is equal to 30. And because my 3 stays the same, 43 take away 10 will give me 33. And then here they have it at the bottom where 53 is 10 more than 43. 33 is 10 less than 43. So now we're going to move on to page 482. So now on page 482, here they want us to do the see, show, and say. And instead of just only using the number line, they're going to let us use 10 rods and ones cubes to help us visually see that we are adding only tens to the 10 place value. Because they want us to start doing mental math now. Because we work so much with our number chart that now they want us to be able to put that number chart in our minds and use what we already know, as well as using 10 rods in our minds to help us figure out what is 10 more or 10 less than a number. So here the number they want us to focus on is 34. And with 34, they want us to know what is 10 more. So looking at the 10 rods, I see there are 3 tens and 4 ones. And when I look at 44, I see that there are 4 tens and 3 ones. So as we said for the Explain and Explore page, remember we do not touch the ones stay the same. And so as you can see that the tens place value is what's growing. So there in 34 we had 3 10 rods, and now for 44 we have 4 10 rods to represent 40. So I know that 30 plus 1 10 rod is now going to give me 40. And since I'm not going to change my ones place, I'm going to keep the 4 ones. So I know now that 34 plus 10 more is 44. And to find out what is 10 less than 34, I'm going to remove a 10 rod. And I can see that when I remove a 10 rod, I go from 30 to 20. because remember, we're only focused on the tens place value. So I count my tens, 10, 20, my 4 ones, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and I know that 34 minus 10 is 24, so 24 is 10 less than 34. So now you're going to do the rest on your own using the 10 rods for number 1. And when you go to page 483 for on my own, you're going to use the number line to help you write the missing number for questions 2 through 5. And then for questions 6 through 11, you're going to write the number that is 10 more. And for question 12 through 17, you're going to write the number that is 10 less than the number presented. For number 18, they want you to answer the question, what number is 10 more than 34? If you need to draw your 10 rods to help you answer these questions, do so, because that is helping you do mental math. We're going to move on to page 484, where we're going to do problem solving. And boys and girls, I'm noticing with the problem solving, you guys are not showing your work and doing cubes. A lot of you are just giving the answer, and some of you are giving me the answer with cubes and explaining your work. So boys and girls, get back into the habit of doing cubes and showing your work. So for number 19, it says that Jack had 29 toy cars. He was given 10 more toy cars at his party. How many toy cars does he have now? So if I remember cubes, I'm going to first circle my numbers. So I know I have 29 toy cars. And then he was given 10 more. And the question they want me to solve is, how many toy cars does he have now? So again, going back to the essential question, using my place value, I know that I'm only going to work with the tens place. So if I need to draw my rods to help me, I know that if I have 29, that means I have 2 10 rods and 9 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then they want me to add 10 more. So I'm not going to add any ones because remember, we don't touch the ones. I'm only going to add another 10 rod. So now I'm going to count my 10 rods, 10, 20, 30, and then I'm going to count on. So you can fill in the answer there. Continue to do the rest on your own for questions 20 through 23. And then you're going to answer the hot problem. Haley had 50 pennies. Logan had 10 less pennies. The answer is 40 pennies. What is the question? So this is a little tricky because they're not asking you to solve it. We already have the answer. They told us the answer is 40. They want us to write the question. So to help you, you can look back at number 19 to see how you can form a question from this problem. And then you guys can continue on with the homework page. So boys and girls, we will see you at 2 o'clock at our regular meeting time to answer any questions that you guys may have for this assignment or for tonight's homework. See you soon.